Well, welcome back. I know we're getting towards the end. I hope people enjoyed their design thinking workshops, the luncheon, and we're now at the closing session today. So after our closing session, also just want to remind folks that we have a reception after, so please join us for that. But we wanted to close out the day by having some youth come up here and just talk about their journey and where they're at. And so a lot of you heard Adrian Molina earlier this morning, who started off our forum. And I guess sometimes what goes through my mind with respect to Adrian is that, you know, he went to law school. And I'm like, well, what would have happened if he decided to go ahead and just practice law? I could just see him in the courtroom trying to make his argument in his case and so forth. Totally different. But luckily, we have him here in the community. So I'm going to introduce, I want to bring Adrian Molina back up, who is going to introduce the youth that has been working with for this wonderful special presentation that they have prepared for you all today. Adrian?
Court is in session. Any lawyers in the house? Got a couple lawyers? Nice. All right. Well, doctors, educators, artists. Man, every hand should go up. When we ask artists, what's going on here? All right, so I'm joined by some students, and since they're sharing the stage, they're now colleagues. So I'll be calling them up one by one. All of our poems say something about what it means to be Latino, either directly or indirectly, what it means to be a human being. They all have something to do with the future. And my students have been instructed to make y'all feel uncomfortable. So don't be alone. Right? That's what we do as artists. It's kind of different from high school, huh? In high school, you better be on your P's and Q's. But when you're an artist, you get paid to make people feel uncomfortable. It's quite a beautiful thing. The other cowboy poet. I am the thirsting coyote's breath of your wildest west. Your museums want the windy stories of wise chiefs and rebel Indians to rest. In the bronze forms of steel statues, in shooting acrylics of dried canvases, in the red and brown frames of exhibit teepees, in shifting statutes and broken treaties, in closing souvenir shops and the comforts of the shadows of death, where the historical hotels of the frontier plains west adorn the peaceful image of an ancient chief Washakie. Yet the watchful eyes of so many Westerners wander after me sideways, fearful of the crazy horse living within my poetry. I am the other cowboy poet. I grew without horses, but I learned how to handle a saddle. I milked no cows, but I inherited the rage of a bull. I was given no bootstraps, but I learned how to push and pull my weight. I am the walking black dust from banging caves of killer coal mines. The weathered surfaces of Tierra Madre, the callous souls rising out of sugar beet earth. Abuelitos' work and sweat, now left to dry near the railroad tracks that fashioned Western progress. Abuelita's tears from bruised fists of cultural resistance, fearful nights waiting for riotous saloons to release their men. I am the buffalo's eyes in the thoughtful prairies of Big Sky, the industrious smiles of your immigrants servicing Jackson Hole, the grinding grit on the south sides of Rollins and Cheyenne, and east side, west side, north side, South Denver. The winds that sing rivers and the trails of tears we still cry. The ghosts on the other side of Buffalo Bill's bullets. I am a wandering Chicano without a proper barrio. I am the reclamation of a history I was never taught. I am the Indian paintbrush, the frontier never planned to hear. I am the other cowboy poet. Bang. So before Social Solutions class this fall at Colorado High School Charter, which is right across from La Alma Park here on the west side, most of my students did not consider themselves poets, but now I consider them very solid poets, just 8 weeks into the school year. So without further ado, I would like to bring up Yaneli Leal to the stage.
The American Dream. I am Mexican American. I wonder what my parents did in order to have a better future for me. I hear the issues and struggles my family goes through every day. Not just only them, but many other families too. I see the hard work my parents put in order to help us. I am the next generation of the American Dream. I pretend that nothing is wrong because I have to stay strong. I feel we're supposed to be a reflection of our descendants. But how can that be in a wealthy society? I worry that no one will listen and more families will be separated. I am the next achiever that will succeed this dream. I understand it will be hard and it will take time. I dream to make a change. I hope that one day things will all be different and the world will finally have peace. I am the American Dream. Thank you.
Dreamers. Next to the mic is Gianna Matsunaga with a very timely poem. You're going to recognize some names in this poem.
Can I just take it out? Who are we? Criminals, rapists, and drug dealers, right? If you really think that, I know you're not so bright. There should be a letter to Mr. Donald Trump, to whom, to me, speaks out of a dump. Clearly, he thinks he's better. Disrespectful, naive statements trying to make our country greater. Who are we? Our Mexican roots come from the hard-working hands, empty bellies trying to make ends meet, sleepless nights trying to fight for our education. This was our land, your current location. Yet we still get beat. Who are we? We are mothers, sisters, brothers. We are sons, daughters, students, hard workers, striving for the American dream. That's our everlasting occupation, forever it may seem. Dear Mr. Donald Trump, you make $250 almost every 3 months. Yet we make what we can. Tell me, who's the better man? I can't lie, our culture might die, but dreams will forever be alive. Dear Mr. Donald Trump, we will be what you don't want to see, what you don't want to believe, what we can be. Dear Mr. Donald Trump, who are we? More than rapists, criminals, and drug dealers. Next time, please make sure your hands are clean before pointing fingers. I'm sure you remember 1989, Ivana Trump was her name. Maybe you are the one to blame for this criminal, rapist, and drug dealing. It's a shame. Okay, let's not hit the ceiling. Dear Mr. Donald Trump, we are the future, doctors, teachers, lawyers. Sincerely, the people that you call criminals, rapists, and drug dealers.
You did such a good job.
Thank you.
If you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, if you can walk, if you can talk, if you can walk. I think that's what the future is about. Ms. Giselle Gomez to the microphone, please.
4940 Decatur Street. I listen to the sound of my bike pedals beat, 4940 Decatur Street. The north side is changing over time. It's not the same, not even its name. The Highlands took over for some pennies and dimes. 4940 Decatur Street. Mexicans getting kicked out of their homes so white people can shit, sleep, and eat, while they bust their ass off in the heat. 4940 Decatur Street. My home for 13 years, laughs and tears, 4940 Decatur Street. My mama worked her ass off so we could live comfortably, all on her own, fulfilling all our needs, 4940 Decatur Street. Never been tossed a bone, never got a loan, but taught us to use our dome, 4940 Decatur Street. I wish they never took our home, 4940 Decatur Street.
Miguel Perez Perez.
Can everybody hear me? Okay. The people, the homes, the culture. The humans are disappearing. The humanity is raging slowly, but it's striking. With what face are we showing that we love our Mother Earth? Do we have another Earth to love? Is there other people to be discovered? Is there two hells? Is there still time? Are we prepared? Are you ready for the unexplainable, to discover the other 50% side of the bridge? Do we have another chance to change our lives? Do we deserve to live? Do we deserve the happiness we have even though we're rude to people? We want to be respected, but we don't respect the people we don't know. We judge, but we don't even know their name. Do we deserve the happiness, the love, the respect, your trust to other people, your home that you live in, your brother, your sister, your mother? Do you deserve the people around you? Reflect on plain water. What good did you do for yourself? What did you sacrifice to gain their trust, their love, their respect? What good did you do in this world? Because the only thing I know is that when the sun goes down and the moon wakes up, the shadows raise up and the dreams are not luck, the souls are not safe.
Hector Aronalde.
My name is Hector Arenalde. I come from Colorado High School Charter, and this poem is about shooting down restrictions and obstacles, fears, and doubts that we have. And these are ideologies that I have learned from Latino culture. I would like to think I hold a common ideology. I'm like the others. I don't want to see genocide or catastrophe. But just imagine me. If I ruled the world, I'd free all my sons. Like Nas once said, we all got one love. It's sad that we think we need to tuck guns and live life on the run, but I shun anyone who brings threat to my doorstep. I just wish I was big enough to stand tall and knock this monopoly structure dead. Stop relying, try to be independent instead. It's our job to pave the path for the future. Make love through the soul, spiritual bed, Kama Sutra. Only then will we understand what we all need. Only then will we understand what we all need. Publicize all of our insecurities and there will no longer be beef. Let us hold that common ideology and plant it in our soil deep. Let it grow from the earth and let it flourish as a seed. Because life isn't at all what it used to be. In place of gardens and wood and oak trees, we got concrete paved hard rock streets. Yeah, life isn't at all what it used to be. I face judgment every day. God must be disappointed in what he sees. But save your breath, leave me to myself. I'm happy in this beat. In this moment, I'm happy as could be. Nowhere else could I find the silence and the peace, but call my ignorance bliss. Just that this bliss is a sin. Searching to find a God, but he won't see me through all of this. Life's wearing me down, the glycerin blisters. I'm tired, but the story continues like cinematic pictures. But these words couldn't mean less without intentions to be bigger, to be a better person and change people's minds and the importance of money figures. But change needs to happen here, in the home, in the heart. Take life by the wheel and steer. And he's still staring me down with the eyes in his head. His name is fear of religion, discrimination, and death. But it's time to hold strong until the end of times and time's end.
So before I call up our final student, just to let y'all know, these are students who are taking classes in a program called Youth on Record. We provide empowerment through creative education. We teach young people music production skills. We teach them the art of emceeing, spoken word poetry. We teach a class called Social Solutions. Instead of just focusing on the problems, we're looking at solutions through the lens of art and music, historically and contemporarily. We do music fundamentals classes, and we also teach advanced music production, putting some of our students on a career path to music engineering and understanding the behind-the-scenes technical work that goes into producing music, running live sound, event production, all of those sorts of things. So again, these are all students from Colorado High School Charter. And one of my favorite things is just getting so many students in the door who, may or may not see themselves as artists, but learning through this process of music education that art connects to every element of society, and that to claim your art as a human being means that you're going to demand a meaningful place for yourself and your family. You're going to demand a space for your creativity. You're going to demand a space not only for your mind and your body, but also for your soul in your work, so that your work has meaning and value beyond just the dollar sign. Most of our students understand that struggle and that hustle to get money, because that's what is demanded of us in a capitalist society, right, is to make money, to pay the bills, to hopefully one day buy a house, to escape debt slavery, and to have a little bit of money to take a vacation, to eat a nice meal, to have a nice pair of clothes and all those sorts of things. But we also teach our young people that this education, these movements, this artistry that we're creating in the classroom and then sharing with the community, it's about much more than money, and that there are many ways to think of wealth and to understand resources. One of those resources being our many cultures, our culturas, our families, the knowledge that we have ancestrally, the knowledge that we carry with us, in our blood, in our veins, throughout history and into the future. So without further ado, our final student of the afternoon, Ms. Cassandra Padilla. Please make some noise for her.
Hi. Hispanic Latina. Living in a city full of diversity. Hispanic, white, black, you name it. Growing up knowing you can always get along with your ethnicity. It was a challenge to get along with others, even till this day. Having Hispanics on one side, blacks on the other, and whites around here too, living day by day, waking up thinking what racial comment is going to be said next. Lazy, wetbacks, beaners, and immigrants is all that is said, but none of those words faze me. Growing up as a Hispanic Latina is tough, especially being a woman. Just makes you be tougher, stronger, and work harder in life to make a difference. Focusing on what career to take, knocking down all the struggles that come my way, proving them all wrong, that us Hispanic Latinas can reach the top too. Us Hispanic Latina women are strong. Us Hispanic Latina women are powerful. Us Hispanic Latina women are determined. We Hispanic Latinas can accomplish anything, even hearing negative comments.
All right, so I'm going to close out the cipher with one final poem, and I'm going to give y'all a choice between 3 different poems. I have Mi hijo speak no Spanglish. I have a prayer for los inmigrantes, and a poem titled Black Chicana. Difficult choices, right? Mi hijo speak no Spanglish, a prayer for los inmigrantes, Black Chicana. We're going to vote with hands raised high. If you want to give us a fist, we'll take that as well. Mi hijo speak no Spanglish. Hands up high for that one. All right. A prayer for los inmigrantes. That's tough. Black Chicana. All right. Man. Mi hijo speak no Spanglish, or a prayer for los inmigrantes. All right, mi hijo speak no Spanglish, hands up high. A prayer for los inmigrantes. I thought y'all be done with me by now. Now, on that note, though, I really appreciate the foundation for inviting me to this forum and for allowing me to bookend this very important forum. And props to Carlos and Rachel for putting this on and doing it in an art museum. You know, I really like that. All right. Mi hijo speak no Spanglish, because daddy's Spanish is not fluent. Sí, entiendo mucho. Pero the words don't always come out the same way they come in. ¿Me entiendes? Mi hijo speak no Spanglish, but he can count to 10 like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's more like 1, 2, 3. Mijito tries hard, and his abuelo smiles approvingly. He is working towards 100 now, 100. He responds lovingly to mijo, and can pronounce his middle name, Ulberto, not Umberto or Roberto or any other form of Beto, pero Ulberto. My middle name, my father's name, passed down to my son. 3 generations, legacy, but mi hijo speak no Spanglish, because daddy, admittedly, hasn't spent enough time teaching him Spanish. Maybe because abuelo never taught daddy Rademuri or Nahuatl, because his mother did not speak it to him, because things were changing then. Mijo, you come from many cultures, many a lyric. Know that these roots run deep into the land of spirits. Chihuahua, Mexico, el Valle de San Luis, Colorado, influence de España, pero primero y siempre indígena. Mi bisabuela was a curandera, tarahumara, wise woman, a healer. This is your history, mijo. We come from a long line of campesinos. Tu bisabuelo came to los Estados Unidos as a bracero. He listened to Cesar Chavez speak in the fields, huelga. Tu abuelo y sus hermanos picked oranges y aguacate under the sun of the Southwest. Once Mexico, before that, simply Mama Tierra, now Aztlán. Hard work, mijo. We made it in the land of slavery, America. Tu abuela, de Rawlins, Wyoming, always struggling against the racist history of the frontier. Tu papi, human first, pero chicano, artista, activista, representa. Pero mi hijo speak no Spanglish because progress has stolen a piece of history from all of us. Papi, mijo, my people, if someone does not break this cycle, there will soon be no trace of us left. Mi hijo speak no Spanglish. The poem Black Chicana is a bit longer. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. I feel like I can't leave the stage without doing this prayer for los inmigrantes, being that so few of them are here in this room, even though I know they've been on our minds today. A prayer for los inmigrantes, crossing galaxies in the night sky, a North Star story now, carrying the warm southern sun in your shirt's pocket. We pray inside your survival, walking jagged mountains, watching nopales turn to water, walking towards mañana, fighting your feet's doubt. We light fireworks for you under las tres Marias, singing los tres reyes magos with summer Orion carrying your sword. We bite bitter tea leaves, counting nuestras memorias with winter Sagittarius, the arc of your justicia, piercing politicos like a jagged arrow. We pray for your many returns, familia, knowing the giant mariposas keep you safe. Here, there, back again, y otra vez. In this life and the next, we pray. Thank you.
Molina and all the students also. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I hope you've had a wonderful day. Someone said to me before we came into the closing session, my God, Carlos, my mind is spinning. You've given me too much to think about today. So I hope we gave you some different thoughts, were a little bit thought-provoking, stimulated some thinking for you to take back and think through how it is that you can make a difference for one person, for one community, for one school. So I know that we've given you a lot. Someone also asked me, well, does it end just here or will you have something else? So we have all your emails, so we will be communicating with you. We're looking to have maybe a couple of other follow-up sessions to this forum, so we will be letting you know about that. We're just trying to go ahead and put some things together and finalize that, but we will definitely let you know about that. For those of you who are new or not very familiar with our foundation, I would invite you to go to our website, and it's in your folder, and sign up for our e-newsletter so that you can get information. We don't bombard you with a lot of information, so it's not, you're not going to get something every day or every week, maybe something once a month if at the most. But we want to just keep you informed about the work that we're doing at the foundation. We have various initiatives at the foundation. We have one on Latino youth, which I talked about earlier, another one on Latino elders, on Latinas and civic engagement, and another one on immigration. So we have different initiatives that we work on, and we're also trying to get more young people involved in philanthropy. We have a group called the Young Latino Philanthropists for millennials, and they're involved of doing their fundraising and giving back to the community. So they try and raise about $25,000 a year on their own, and then they go out and just fund small projects. I know we have a couple of recipients here from some of those grants. But yes, you can find out more information on our website about the foundation. And just in closing, I want to say thank you very much for being with us throughout the whole day. I hope that you were inspired, motivated, and that you will go back and take some action. So I now will invite you to our reception. So this is no more people talking or whatever. It's about just relaxing, networking, getting to know folks, and just a nice way to close the day. We have great food and beverages for you. So please join us just down the hall to Schlussman Hall for a nice little reception and for some snacks. So thank you.